Good day, ladies and gents. You are tuned in to John Brown DGTV. Today, we are watching the 2018 Shelton Pro-Am. I am Scott Kite, here along with
Dylan Slate.
And today we are watching the feature card. We have Paul Ulibarri, Kyle Crabtree, James Phipps, and Nathan Pervinich. And we are playing from the red pads here at Shelton Springs.
This layout's going to be a whole lot easier than the black layout here at Shelton. 3 strokes, easier terms difference of par, and a whole lot less footage. These guys are going to be looking for a whole lot of birdies in this round.
I expect to see a lot of birdies. Here we are on hole 1, 230 feet. It's par 3. It is not quite a dog leg to the left, but it does play substantially left.
Yeah, this is going to be your typical backhand righty hyzer. But we got Uli here throwing a Anheuser forehand. That's not a normal play, but it looks like it's going to work out fine.
Yeah, I think I saw it check up right there against the little berm before it drops off.
He'll be looking. This is Kyle on the pad, Kyle Crabtree. Taking the more traditional backhand hyzer line, probably just throwing a stable mid, maybe a putter.
Such finesse. And here we have James Phipps. He is a Team MVP sponsored. Thank you, MVP, for sponsoring this video.
James Phipps taking the backhand hyzer as well. Got a catch cam, and he'll be making that every day.
Got some tree love. And here's a local.
Right out of Port Orchard, Washington, Nathan Pervinich. Gets to play this course quite a bit.
What a standstill. Wow.
Got a good chance at a birdie right there.
That's a fast skip.
Unusual to see the standstill out of him.
Yes. But, I mean, 230 feet. You know.
And Uli looks like he splashed a little bit left. He'll be cleaning up that par.
He's so money from that range. It's unusual to see that.
Oh, Nathan just a little short. First putt jitters.
Right,
he's on a card with some names right now.
It's the first round. Get it out of the way. There's still a lot of golf left.
Crabtree with the easy bird. Uli cleans up par.
And Phipps for a drop-in bird.
Yep, it's finally James Phipps' turn. Nice birdie there, James. Hair looking great. Great as ever, man.
Got that mohawk on.
And Nathan, unfortunate low putt there, but...
Yeah, he's got the man bun going. See how that works for him.
Here we got hole 2. This is going to be another backhand hyzer. This one is wide open. It's going to bring a lot of wind into effect most of the time. See how it's played here. Kyle's shot.
I believe that is a shark.
Yeah, see that day glow color coming out of his hand a lot.
Yeah.
He's looking at a bird.
And this is just like a simple up and down. You know, you get a lot of wind from, you know, the highway right there.
James hits the pole. Is that good? I think so.
Yeah, another drop in. And Uli's within range.
Yeah, looks like 12 feet maybe. Nathan looking to put it close here.
See if he can't recover from hole 1. Get the round started in another good way. Very
Looks
nice.
pretty good. Oh, slow down.
Oh, wow.
Got a fast green here. He's got a bit of a putt to make. We got Uli again.
And as you can see, the grass is very dry. Just a few days prior to this tournament, there was a fire on the course, and the county wanted to shut it down, but they allowed this tournament to go on, and we are very lucky to be watching this footage.
Yeah, this was actually the last weekend the pins were in the ground on this property.
And it will remain closed until we get a very substantial amount of rain in the area.
Here's hoping. This is such a great course. Uli for 2, Crabtree gets his 2. Nathan's looking for his 2 as well. Oh, just a little short again.
It's unfortunate. These are kind of got to get holes.
Yes. These are the... Yeah, the 1-2 punch you definitely want to get on these simple backhand hyzers because the course definitely does get a little more teeth from here. Hole 3 is going to be a 660-foot hole, par 4. This first shot is wide open, but you really want to play to that mouth, that opening there you can see in the trees. Give you the easiest chance to play a simple shot up for your birdie 3. Crabtree's pass.
And this fairway seems pretty open, but once you get up to those trees, it narrows down.
Oh, immediately as soon as you're in those trees. But this is looking like it's going to be an good spot. Get up there. Right against the tree. Might wish he was a little further, but he's got all the distance he wants.
He's going to contend with that tree a little bit. He's got great lip. Here we go, Phipps with a big old wide hyzer. Maybe hoping for a skip. Checked up right in the middle of the fairway. That's what you need.
He's going to have some choices on his next shot. Ulibarri pumping one right up the middle.
I flipped up the flat perfect. And left side of the fairway, which can get a little hairy, but you have some windows to shoot out of.
Looked like he didn't sneak in too far. He should have a look, hopefully. Nothing in the way. Nathan looking for a good shot here. Sure looks like one.
That was a good pull.
Just needs to settle down. Gets a little skip.
A little early, but he's in favor.
James Phipps with a forehand turnover. Getting a nice fade out of it. Ooh, must not have catch cam.
I guess we didn't get to see how that finished. Hopefully that's inside the circle.
We'll see in a sec. Nathan with the forehand, a little low. That looks like it didn't get a whole lot of distance on it, but he should be able to get up and down from there. Uli with a forehand roller.
Wow.
Big hop. Still moving. Wow.
That is amazing.
That was a great shot. He's got an honest look at a birdie there.
I wish I was there to watch that in person. That would have been crazy.
Crabtree's got to watch out for this tree.
Ooh.
Still got the release he wanted. Keep sliding.
I was holding my hand the entire time he was doing that.
I think we've all been guilty of that. That hurts every time. Always in your head when you're that close to the tree.
And Nathan, again with the tree in his way as well.
He's got a chance to save this par. I believe that'll be his 4th shot. James, I'm pretty sure this is for a birdie. Looks like he did end up probably about 65 feet away, maybe a little more than that.
I'd say about 70.
This is a big one.
Ooh, good run. Good run.
Crabtree with a long look for birdie 3. Ooh, just a little short there.
He was hunting for that one. And here we go, Ulibarri for his 3.
This is going to be his birdie putt after that forehand roller. Oh, just a little low. I think we're not going to get any birdies here. Nathan to save par. Oh, that's 3 low putts in a row. Come on, Nathan.
That was difficult.
You're a better
to
putter than
watch.
that. We know that. James cleaning up his par. I think everybody's going to be tapping in from here. Looks like we got 3 pars and 1 bogue.
You know, and that's unfortunate to see because, again, at 660 feet, you know, it is an attainable par 4.
Yeah, especially after he's had 2 birdie putts that were just a couple inches too low. He could easily be -2, but I know Nathan, he's a positive guy. He's going to get right.
Here we are at hole 4, 310 feet, par 3.
This is where things start to get a little technical.
Yeah, I mean, this seems like it's, you know, it turns, but really it's just a dead straight shot.
It is really just a straight shot. Maybe a little finish at the end is what you're looking for normally. Kyle Crabtree's got an honest look at the 2 there.
You got it.
Pretty much, I just hope to get through this gap when I'm playing this course.
Ooh, a little flip up, hyzer flip to flat from James.
Looks like he went a little deep.
And
Gonna be playing from the brush.
Maybe he has a turbo putt in his bag. You know, maybe
He just might
pull that out.
Yeah, I think he's got all the tricks. Ulibarri steps up. Oh, what a bad bump! But it looks like it came straight down.
Very unfortunate. See if Nathan can make a move on the card.
Get himself right. Keep on moving. Get a little finish. Oh, that tree wasn't a bad kick.
No. I mean,
He's looking at the bird.
He's inside the circle.
Ulibarri pitching out from the rough here. A little bit of an Anheuser. And he's going to probably be cleaning up that par. Looks like. He's already on to the next hole.
He decided what he wanted and he went for it. All right,
James also from the thick. It's looking like he's trying to find a window. Oh. Looks like you might have called it on the turbo putt there, partner.
Hey, just spitballing ideas here.
Oh, ooh.
Very close.
Gave it a really good effort there, James.
I didn't even know he had it in his arsenal. Just a fun putt to throw.
Crabtree should be making this putt. No might have spoken a little too soon there.
So who has better accuracy? Crabtree with his hat on or Crabtree with his hat off?
You know, I'd have to compare the two side by side. What did I just see? Wow. A 3-putt, both from within, looked like 20 feet. I could be wrong, but that's something where you do not see that often out of that guy.
It's a big shift in momentum right there. See if he keeps his mental game there and keep strong on hole 5.
Attaboy, Nathan.
Pick up that bird, get back to even. James almost hit the birdie with the turbo putt.
Like I said, I think that James has all the tricks.
Hole 5, 450 feet, par 4.
Now you'd think at 450 feet this would be maybe a gettable 2, but just the way this hole is shaped, it's pretty much just play for your birdie 3 here. But Nathan showing us the turnover. That tree didn't
and
do
he stayed in the fairway.
Yeah,
that
exactly.
Is a
that tree was
great
not
shot.
a bad hit. Should be able to get up and down from there.
I believe he's probably about 100 feet away.
Not a lot more than that. James with another nice turnover.
Oh, unfortunate tree hit, but he stays in the fairway.
And you really don't need a whole lot of... He's got the pin right in his face. He's going to be able to have a shot from there.
Probably about 130.
Maybe a little more than that. But like I said, this is not a super long par 4.
And it's not a lot of elevation change.
Ooh, it looks like a roller play here.
That's you don't see rollers on this hole very often.
I can honestly say that's the first backhand roller I've seen on this hole.
Kyle with a very solid turnover shot.
Yes, that looked like everything you should want out of this hole. Ooh, with a bit of stuff in his way, playing an Anheuser.
Just pitching it out, trying to lay up, and he's going to have a drop in 3.
I think he's going to make that one. James looking right at it, plays a little low forehand, slides right up there.
Another drop in 3. See if we can get a star card today.
Nathan with a pretty routine looking upshot there.
I think Kyle's going for this.
Yes, this would be an eagle too. Ooh,
wow.
He drew metal.
Just a little bit right.
But he's cleaning up that birdie.
There you go. Start the star frame in motion.
Barring some tragic accident, this should be our first one for the card.
We got a good grouping of scores right there. It's pretty close.
Hole 6, 265 feet. This one is, I think there's both options here. You can play a forehand or a backhand. It's going to be a hyzer both ways. Nathan's got the box right now after carding 2 birdies in a row.
And there is this huge, wide area off to the left that they're obviously thrown into. But there's this very small window to the right where you could just peer the gap and park it.
It's like James Phipps went with an overhand, Ulibarri went with a forehand. That got a pretty unfortunate roll there. Crabtree, looks like he's going with a forehand too.
I think he's throwing a Firebird.
Something stable. And that is right there.
That's it. But look at the CTP.
Oh wow, that CTP is about as close as you can get without barring an ace.
Yeah.
Actually, that reminds me, I watched Dion Arlen ace this hole in this tournament.
Wow.
This round, yeah, so I think that may have been him that left that there.
I was just thinking, like on a CTP for an ace, do you like tie the thing around the basket? But I mean, that would ruin the stake, so you could use it again.
He just pinned it.
That's insane.
James Phipps looking for the long two.
Just off the top.
Alright, just a little high.
And here we go, Uli for his two.
And there's a great putt.
Outside the circle as well.
Way outside, right in the middle. That is a professional putt right there. We got Nathan. There's snuck that one in there.
So that's the putting we're used to see.
That's right.
That is the putting.
Crabtree, easy birdie for him there. Yeah, we do got a little bit of a tight race going on. Three unders through 6, not bad.
3 holes to go. That was a solid hole. Here we go on to hole 7, 275 feet, par 3. Dead net straight.
You can play this however you want to play this, but there's often going to be a crosswind being in the wide open like
I've
this.
even seen a thumber thrown on this hole. And
I wouldn't be surprised if we maybe saw one here. Ulibarri going with a flick. Looks like he hung it a little wide.
he was hoping that the dry grass would give him a nice skip up to the pin, but unfortunately he caught the tall grass of the dry grass.
Yes.
It looks like there's moderate winds, not too windy, so I mean you go with something pretty, neutral in your stable to understable category.
I think a lot of people could get this with a mid-range. And I think that's probably what Nathan's throwing here.
Yeah, Nathan.
I know he can throw a buzz pretty much as good as anybody. He just pinned it right there. Great shot, Nathan. We got James on the pad.
And I believe we are going to see the stummer. Yep.
You sure you haven't watched this footage?
100%.
Pretty good thumber from James. He's going to have a pretty good look at the 2 there. Ooh, just a little left there it looked like for Paul. Going to have to clean up his par. Crabtree right in the middle.
Very solid putt.
Four out of the first 7 is pretty good.
So what are the stats on this hole?
Hole 7 looks like it played almost a half stroke under par, 0.43 under par, 2.57 average, so looks like 46% of the players were getting this hole, or I should say, averaging under par.
Pretty good number. I mean,
Yeah.
given the field of players.
There's actually only 2 holes that played over par on this layout. Like I said, this red layout, most people are looking for a bird on almost every hole, and as you can see on some of the holes, Crabtree, these elite level players, they can get the eagles.
Getting a turnover on hole 8, 490 feet, par 4. And he is looking towards the basket.
Yeah, late tree kind of stopped him from getting that last maybe 40, 50 feet that I'm sure he had on there.
A nice late turnover, a little low, but he'll be in the fairway looking.
Yeah, this being a par 4, you don't need a whole lot to give yourself a good chance of getting the birdie 3. James definitely turned that over, though.
Unhappy.
Wow, what a kick, though. I think that kicked him almost right back into the middle. Oh, looking to unload. Is he throwing another roller?
I believe this is. Yeah. Wow.
Wow. Oh, wow. That thing climbed up that tree.
That had so much speed and momentum that I would have gone a mile.
Yeah, I was definitely wanting to see that go a little further.
We're going to see a forehand flex shot.
Oh, unfortunate.
Hit a tree. Heiser forehand off of Phipps. Kick the back of the tree, but he'll still have like a 15-foot putt.
Got to straddle for it, though. Forehand approach, and that's not going to be a hard putt to make. This is a long look for an eagle.
Kyle's trying to do it all.
Yeah, he probably wanted to put that a little closer, but he should get that. Nathan for a long 3.
A little nose up on that, but it was an alright line.
These are the kind of putts that just make disc golf so awesome.
Yes.
Like what's not to love about putting between 2 trees?
And a stump. Putt over a stump, too. So it would have been
nice
3
birdie,
trees.
James.
Putting the pressure on Crabtree. He capitalizes.
Gets him to -5. Him and James Phipps tied at 5 under.
That is phenomenal.
That's cooking up a good round.
I wish I could even finish 5 under for 18.
Nathan with his putt for par here, lining it up, puts it right in. Looks like he's gotten over those first couple of hole jitters he had early on.
Yeah, seems like he's getting his stroke in. And we're moving on to hole 9, 245 feet, par 3.
Yeah, this is another one of those pretty straight shot holes, but this is a very, very tight fairway. Most players are trying to hit, and Crabtree is demonstrating this beautifully. Even got the good kick.
Great kick. I mean, this is a pretty fast green.
He can get into some bushes there at the end. James, looking a little high, but
He's got the momentum.
oh my goodness!
We go with the slow-mo. Almost aced it.
Nearly canned that one for the ace.
That would have been 2 aces.
2 aces.
In the same round.
There may have been another one. I could be wrong though.
Nice little.
Played something just really stable, pushing it on an ante, letting it come out. It's got a pretty good look. I think Nathan might be throwing a zone here. Oh,
I think that's what he threw on hole 6.
I think so. He likes to throw it a lot. I know one of the zones he's got in his bag he's had for, I think, over 6 or 7 years, maybe even longer. Sorry if I'm wrong, Nathan.
James Phipps throwing it at him.
Making his birdie. Keeping the pace, putting the pressure on Kyle to make his putt.
6 down through 9, so he's only missed 3 holes to be on a perfect round. Nathan picks up his par. Alright, Crabtree without a hat. So.
Well, I'm going to start comparing these guys side by side.
He makes it, alright, so already.
They're both pretty good from what I can tell.
Yeah, statistically, Crabtree without a hat makes more putts.
Whichever one 3-putted, I'm going to say that one's worse. Ulibarri with the birdie.
So, that was 9 holes.
Looks like we got Crabtree at -6. 3-way tie on a different card. John Anderson was cooking up some hot golf.
Another local pro. And Paul Ulibarri, Louis Tran.
There's Dion Arlen, like I was talking about, with the ace. Hole 10 is going to be a 405-foot par 4. This is another one of those gettable par 4s. I think there may have been an eagle on this one. There was actually 3 eagles.
That is amazing. I mean, this is just a huge anhyzer shot for a righty or a lefty. You would just throw a big old huge hyzer.
Really hard to get that penetration close to the pin with the just straight up hyzer play, so it's really tough on a lefty, even though it seems like it does play well for a lefty. Anyway, James Phipps.
A little long.
He's going big anhyzer here.
Looks like he hit that in with just right, fading out a little early. Catch cam's having to scramble a bit.
Watch yourself.
Looks like Nathan is lining up for the anhyzer shot as well.
I think that's going to be the play most people take. I myself, I go for the forehand here. I just kind of see this as like a, let's get our 3 and move on.
Right.
I'll save the attempts at 2s for the bigger arms.
Yeah. So let's get a 3.
Speaking of bigger arms, Ulibarri's having to come back towards this pin.
Nice little drop in 3 for him.
Nathan with a little jump putt effort. He's close enough. He should be getting that.
He's running.
James's second shot, I believe. Looks like he's got a little bit of stuff in the way. Dropping to a knee.
Force over a mid-range.
Ooh, that caught an early tree. I don't think that went very far. But I think he should be getting up and down from here. He might even have a look, like you said. Oh, good run there, James.
Out on his, taking the 4. Here we are, Kyle.
I'm not sure if this is a 3 or 2. That was a 2? So that was one of those 3 eagles right there. Great hole there, Kyle.
What an amazing drive.
Jumping to -8. Ulibarri leaves it a little short. He's not very happy with that.
Didn't roll too far.
He should be cleaning that up, no problem. Nathan to clean up. I think this will be his 4? Or is this for a 3?
I believe that was his 3.
Oh, yeah. Gonna be a birdie 3 there. Nice putt, Nathan.
Getting himself back under par.
3 under par. He's recovered nicely after that little bit of a rocky start.
Yes, and Paul taking his par. James with his par.
That'll do it. Moving on to hole 11. This is the island hole. You have the option of laying it up short, but I think on this closer pad, most players are going to be looking to get it on the island here. Crabtree running right at it.
So if you don't get on the island, you go to the drop zone.
That is if you pass these first set of logs that they have laid out. You can see Nathan going over it. It's actually kind of, it plays as more of a moat than it does an island. On that, this is an unfortunate break for Nathan.
Okay.
He's going to have to play that from the drop zone. But yeah, players have the option of laying it up safe and short, and then just trying to get it on the island from there. But like I said, I think every player on this card is going to be running it for sure. That safe play is really more of an option from the black pad. How did this hole score? Looks like just barely under par.
0.04. 2.96 was the average.
And that's probably just all the 2s and 4s really canceling each other out there. There's probably not a lot of 3s on this hole.
This is the 3rd easiest hole.
Nathan trying to save his 3. Gave it an honest effort there. Really unfortunate break for him to hop off of the island like that. That was a good shot.
And Paul taking relief.
Take your meter. And a good birdie putt. James Phipps taking his relief as well. Should be making this putt all day.
There was 13 birdies on the round and 12 bogeys.
Like I said, those 2s and 4s are canceling each other out. So I think it actually played as the third toughest hole.
Is that how this ranking is going?
I think so, because I believe the red numbers here, those are going to be holes played tougher than par. So I think the closer to -1 it is.
I believe you are correct. Hole 12, 270 feet, par 3.
So interesting though, it's such a short hole, it's just really all those 2s and 4s. Anyway, this is going to be a little bit of a turnover. Some players are going to play a forehand. I think James might be going for that right now.
Very solid.
Yes, this looks really good.
Right there, that's in his range.
Good chance at a birdie.
I think Paul's going for the forehand as well.
It's definitely the play I lean on. Oh, that hit a quick tree.
Fortunate.
Gonna have to move on from that.
And Nathan going with the backhand.
Yeah, he's gonna stick to his backhand. I know he's definitely a backhand dominant player. Not to say he doesn't have the forehand, but
Almost looks like a putter to me.
get a nice little turnover. Oops. Just gotta move. Oh, nice shot, Nathan. Wow. I nearly hit the lock.
Should be an easy drop in for him.
Let's see what he threw. I think you were right. Jawbreaker or something.
Zone.
The zone?
It
Nice.
was a zone.
He leans on those zones. We were playing another forehand.
Pitching up, trying to save the 3, and he does so.
Every upshot he's had, he's been right up to the basket. Doesn't really have to make a putt.
James,
Make a putt.
great
Nice
two.
putt.
Here we go with Kyle.
Staring down the face of a 2 that would put him to -10 through 12.
That is
No problem.
an incredible number to be having on this course, whether you're playing reds or the blacks.
No kidding. Any course you're getting 10 out of 12, you're not making any mistakes, really. Good birdie, Nathan.
Going into hole 13, 255 feet, par 3.
This is another one of those pretty technical holes. You gotta pick your gap and hit it. This is most players I think are gonna take the backhand hyzer that I think Kyle's gonna draw up for us here.
I remember when I first came to this course, maybe it was the second time I came, and right up on the tree that the players are throwing underneath, there's a bunch of little figurines, and there's a Smurf
I
character.
actually do recall that. There was a little bit of everything.
Yeah,
there was a duck decoy.
Yeah,
I think I saw a
Transformer.
Godzilla toy. I'm kind of sad to see that they're not there anymore.
Yeah, I mean, that really made the course.
Yeah, I know. It's just
so
like
much-
unique little features. Little quirks.
Nathan with something up to get. Didn't see how it finished, but I think he did good.
Really going with the forehand. Straying away from the typical play. Looks like it came out a little early on him, but I don't think he's going to have much in the way. Should be able to have a chance.
About 65 feet, 70 feet.
Crabtree playing from, looks like, the rough. But he's playing pretty well from the rough.
Able to salvage the 3.
Looks like he's going to give this a bid.
I believe so.
Oh, good effort.
And Paul looks like he's going to be running this as well.
I think this is to save his par.
James for his bird.
James really having a good round right now. He wants this one. Oh, leaked a little left there.
He's in cold. Needs to get a little bit of grip in his hand. Sink those putts.
My mistake. I thought that was going to be a bogey for Paul, but it looks like that was a par. James looking to save his par as well. Does so. And Nathan sticks it in there for the par as well. I think Crabtree was our lone birdie on this hole. Assuming he makes this.
par.
Oh, that's par?
Yes.
No birdies on this hole. Anyway, moving on. Hole 14 is going to be one of our par 4s, 550 feet. This is one of the few holes that I think might actually play tougher from the reds than the blacks. In terms of par, anyways.
Yeah, I mean, it puts you further up the fairway from the black tees, where you get the group of trees right in the middle that you have to contend with. So, I mean, you want to decide whether you're going to go to the left side or to the right side. And, I mean, you could try and peer it right up the middle between all the trees, but, you know, you're still 550 feet away from the pin, so those trees play a lot. And
Ulibarri really got a hold of that one.
He's close to the road, which is still about 120 feet away from the pin.
James Phipps' up shot is moving, tracking. It's going to be probably about 50 feet from the pin. He might have snuck up a little closer. Nathan's second shot here. Laser beam through the woods. Look at this thing go. Wow, what a shot, Nathan. He's going to be a little left of the pin, but I went through a whole lot of trees.
It's going to be a little uphill putt there.
Crabtree's up shot is a forehand, gets a nice little hyzer skip on it. Oh, a little bit of a leaking rollout, but I've seen him make putts longer than that.
He left himself in a good position to take the bird.
And this was a crush from Paul. He left that a little right, but
What if he was trying to run that?
I got away from him a little. James just laying that there.
I thought he was running it. I would have.
Nathan, I think this is for a birdie. Wow, great putt there, Nathan. Coming back strong after those early ground struggles.
He has a great straddle putt.
Not a lot of moving parts. He's got a solid putt for sure.
All for his bird.
Oh, a little high.
Thankfully that tree saved him and he just dropped it.
Now we got Kyle with a hat on.
For his bird. Let's see. Alright, well, seems like...
He's still a good putter even with the hat on.
Alright, we'll leave it at that. Kyle's a great putter, no matter what. Paul, taking his par. It's unfortunate. Had a great bid at his bird. James, the par as well. It's an incredible drive.
Couple of birdies there for Kyle and Nathan. Moving on to hole 15.
I think we're in for a treat. See, James.
He doesn't do that every time?
I don't know. It looks like he's going to throw a thumber, so I'm just calling it right now. Looks like Kyle's lining up a backhand hyzer. Maybe a skip
Another
shot.
disc in his hand. I don't think I've ever seen him do that. It's not off the pad.
So Patrick Brown-esque.
Nathan lining up his shot here. Really, you can see the main gap you want to hit right between these two trees.
And
Nathan
he
catches
hits
the one on the
tree
left.
you don't want to hit.
Yeah, the rough on the right is very precarious. It gets hairy quick, and you may have called that thumber there.
But that plays to the right, and once you get to the right, that gets
It gets sticky
thick.
down there.
That's
Yes.
very, very thick.
Even after they cleaned it up a little bit, it's still a very bad spot down there.
I've lost so many discs.
Really leaning on the forehand here, forcing a lot of ante. It comes out pretty much right when he wanted it to.
That was a great shot.
Yeah,
great
he's
drive.
probably going to be making that putt. Nathan wants a little more turn on this, as you can see.
I put him just at circle's edge.
Kyle, I don't know if that was a layup or a run, but he's going to be making 3. Speaking of get a 3, Nathan to try and save his right off the cage.
Oh, dropping in his 3. And who they are looking for.
Guess we have a lost disc penalty called on James Phipps.
So he has to re-tee, and he is automatically throwing for the 3, I believe.
Yep, correct. He's throwing his second shot with a penalty stroke added.
Going for the thumber
Going
again.
with the thumber again. He's
This is...
probably almost in the exact same spot, honestly.
Okay. Well, he seems to have checked up, and...
Speaking of
Yes,
check up, do you think they
obviously.
checked up in the trees? I feel like That looked exactly like his other thumber. I'm getting confirmation from the film editor himself. They did look up in the trees, but James saves a really good 4, especially after having to re-throw from there. Oh, what am I looking at here? What?
Wow. So that does not count. He has to place his tee marker and drop in.
Yeah, unfortunate. I mean, even if it goes through, it doesn't count, but that's just something you really don't see that often. Maybe this was a hot tournament. It's hot weather going on right now. People have got those soft putters. They could definitely become malleable enough to just
Paul
slip
taking
right in.
his bird. So after an unfortunate turn of events, Paul and James seem to be tied. Going on to hole 16, 265 feet, par 3. Pretty much just right down the middle. You want to avoid as many trees as you can.
And Uli drawing up the forehand nicely in the circle.
Looks like Kyle's going for a tomahawk.
Yes.
It's kind of a unseen throw for him.
I agree. I don't see a lot of players throwing tomahawks really in the open field, but that is a shot that works on this hole. James hits a tree a little short of the pin. It's going to have a very long look at the tee.
I kind of want to call like an all-ball backhand. I feel like he could have put a thumber right there.
No kidding. James is a player I know who has a great thumber that he can lean on when he needs to.
Nathan forcing over a forehand, trying to get the flex on it.
Look like a fairway driver or something, stable.
Just a nice upshot from James, trying to get up and down for his 3.
Nathan looking to do the same. That almost looked like a little bit of a run. Maybe I'm wrong.
He was running that. He was trying to get that.
Saves are ridiculous.
Kyle
too.
coming back for his 2.
From the bushes.
And he does so. Put him at 12 down for the round through 16.
What a perfect putt.
Approaching these last 2 holes, and they are going to be the 3rd hardest.
Yeah, tied for the 3rd hardest with hole 11 is 17, and the hardest hole from the red pads is hole 18. So these players are not out of the woods yet, figuratively and literally speaking.
So I have a story about hole 17. I was there one day and it started raining and I was trying to finish my round and these people just started walking up on the pad and just kept walking down the fairway and I yelled at them, hey, I'm going to throw. And I actually ended up hitting one of them. But they kept walking and
Oh,
nothing
goodness.
happened. So here
Hope
we
you
are.
didn't hit them too hard.
It was a drive. They're alright. They kept walking. 285 feet, par 3. Paul going with the forehand.
Hit right down the center of the gap, but didn't get the fade he was looking for. He's going to have about a 55-foot look.
Yeah, jump putt range.
Crabtree lining up a turnover. This is probably going to be... Oh, I wanted to say Mako.
That kind of looked like a wide rim driver to me.
Maybe.
But, yeah, I could be wrong.
James going with his backhand.
It looked like
This is turning nicely.
very nice mid-range shot.
If that stays out of the bushes, he's going to have a clean look at his 2. Nathan wants to get back on track here. Tough hole to do it on, but might have a chance. Kyle going with a forehand upshot.
Trying to get up and down for the 3.
And it looks like he went, wow, done just that.
Parked it. Jump putt, and we see Nathan's dad right behind him, Mark.
Great guy. Mark Pervinich was actually there for my very first hole-in-one
That's awesome.
during family-friendly dubs at fairgrounds right outside my house. It was a lot of fun playing with him.
That's awesome. And Paul just missed his 2. Now he's got a looker, probably about 10 feet closer. Trying to save his 3.
Longer than he'd like, but he is a professional. He's going to capitalize on those opportunities.
He's got such a unique putt.
Yeah, you don't see a lot of people go with the Anheuser.
No.
Most people are going to lean on their Heisers or try and have the just straightest putt they can have.
James cashes in his 2. Nathan drops in his 3. And Kyle's going to be dropping in his 3 as well. So that was interesting hole 7. We're going into 18 with Kyle Crabtree leading the pack at 12 down.
What a great round.
Hole 18, the hardest hole in the course, 605 feet, par 4. You just really want to put it straight down the fairway and get past all the trees.
So I'm not sure how recently you've been out there, but they do have an added OB now, right at the mouth on the left-hand side. So if you go into that little roped-off area, you're going to have to throw from the drop zone with a penalty stroke. And really, a lot of people are going to be landing there that play the backhand, unless they turn it over like Paul has done here. Didn't want to hit that tree, but
dropped him. He's in a alright spot. Be going up and down to hopefully get his 3. Kyle seems to have turned it over, but hopefully it flexes back.
now it gets out fine. If you're out in the wide open, really, that's anywhere out there is going to be a good spot to be. What a crush.
Yeah, that was crush.
Nathan lining up. Nathan's got a lot of power. And I think we're going to get to see all of it.
That is exactly what you want on this hole.
Watch out there. What a great shot. Nathan, please teach me how to throw a backhand like that. Ulibarri lining up some kind of forehand. Might be forehand roller. We'll see here.
He's going to try to flex it out. Oh, you're right. That's a roller.
He's
proving
to like the forehand roller quite a bit.
The grass is short enough out here and it's dead, so it's got a lot of movement. James is going to opt for the hyzer, probably a spike hyzer. Just drop it in right at the base of the
go up and over everything, it looks like. Tough to see it, but there it goes.
It's a little right, probably about 80 feet out, I want to say.
Kyle's second shot looks like he's going to be playing an overhand.
It's like another tomahawk. It's going to pan out wide for him and hopefully just sit down.
Hops up pretty close to the pin. This is an elevated basket. It's really a picturesque hole to be finishing on. They did a great job out here with this course.
Yeah, there's just a bunch of stones that make up the mound, the pyramid that the basket sits on.
Nice little touch they have. Uli playing an Anheuser approach. Wants nothing to do with running anything. He just wants to clean up.
Taking his 4.
Call it around.
James looks like he's running it. Checks up. We'll be taking his 4.
This is Nathan. Got a long look at an elevated basket. These putts are scary. Taking his time.
Looks like there's a left to right wind out there. Picked up the headwind.
Must be a little bit of wind. That definitely rose on him.
Trying to save his 4 here. Does just that.
Calm and collected and oh so cool, Nathan. Way to bounce back after that rough start, man.
2 down after 18. Crabtree for his 3.
To move to 13 under par. What a scorching round.
That is very impressive.
That's going to be our hottest round on the day. Ulibarri cleans up his par. He's going to finish at -8. I believe in a tie with James Phipps if he connects right here. Oh, my mistake. He takes a bogey to drop back to -7.
7 down.
That's going to wrap it up for our round 1.
Thank you for watching round 1 coverage of the Shelton Springs Pro Am. We have Kyle Crabtree going into the second round with a neg 13. He'll be joined on the card with John Anderson, Louis Charan, and Michael Henson. In the meantime, why don't you go over and give my page a like, a subscribe, watch some of the older videos, and stay tuned and keep an eye out for round 2.